your very own super special guide on how to take a day trip to Canterbury. You're welcome. I wanted to take one by myself because I wanted to be like, you know, a 21st century woman does 21st century traveling things. I went to Canterbury on my day trip on Saturday, and the first thing you need to do for any train ride, Kindle and coffee. I mean, it's pretty standard. You know, settle down for a nice ride. It was like 2 hours to Canterbury, and it was nice. The train is a nice place to get some thinking done, some reading done, look out at the beautiful countryside. Sometimes it's beautiful. Every town worth visiting has signs, and the first sign you always look for is tourist information, because what am I? I'm a tourist outside of London, so I'll call myself not a tourist in London. And there's always like this precious shop full of old women who are like, oh, is there anything I can get you, dearie? And like, blah, 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 let me help you with everything, cup of tea, something British. So I got myself a nice map. Maybe I got some more coffee and sat down and rested after that long walk, I don't know. And then it's just time to decide what you want to do. So I decided I want to go to the cathedral, which is where, like, it's the thing that they're most famous for. Based in the town of Canterbury. And it's been there since when the Normans, I think, came and invaded, or the Anglo, whatever. And I got to see where the monks used to live, and they had their little, like, herb garden and the cloisters, and there were people going around on guided tours. Usually guided tours are free, in cathedrals at least, and there was already like £8 to get in, so I was like, I'm not gonna go on a guided tour, I can guide myself. I decided to go to the Norman Castle. I know this was Norman because that was the name of it. The weirdest thing about it is that it was just this like 1300-year-old castle in the middle of like a neighborhood right next to a highway, and behind me was like a graveyard. That's the strangest thing about Britain. Like, children play in the ruins of Norman castles and no one thinks that's weird. I went to a garden. You know F.A.O. Schwartz? You would walk in and there was this giant tree and it had a face on it and it would talk to you and there would be like stuffed animals and stuff. Well, I saw that tree. Like it's like the grandfather of every tree that it gave birth to, and it was very strange. And I got kicked out of an FAO Schwartz one time because I was touching the face, and the guy was all like, I was like 5. You can't do that. Like, he doesn't like to be touched. And I was like, oh, sorry. It was like a public service announcement about bullying, but they used ducks as the subjects, and there was one white duck, and no one wanted to be friends with him. Oh, what is it with birds in my travels? I went to St. Augustine's Abbey, which is what the Pope sent Augustine over to England to like spread Christianity, and that was the first place he came. He just came and built an abbey. It was very large. The coolest part about Canterbury was all of the street musicians. I don't know if it was like Street Musician Day when I was there or something. I am not complaining.
Well, I said I'd rather hang around with your mates to stay out much fitter.
I mean, the old man band, I think it was like the Salvation Army band or something. They weren't bad. But the other men were melodic. One of the unfamiliar things about Britain is that they don't have like Mexican restaurants everywhere, but they don't have like tacos and like burritos and like chimichangas. I've been to one Tex-Mex restaurant. I had like a burrito filled with potatoes. And then all of a sudden in Canterbury, every Mexican restaurant, like, offensive stereotype was present, and I was seeing them all over, and it was very strange. So it was a very successful day, and I got on the train, I came back home. There's one other thing that Canterbury gave me that no other place in England has, and I'm very excited to share with you.